The time has finally arrived for Jordan Young Gun Meehan to prove himself. He makes his UFC debut tomorrow night at UFC 158 in Montreal. His father and coach Lee Meehan posted this picture on Twitter just a short time ago as Jordan awaited his weigh-in at the Bell Center. He's now made his weight of 170 and he is ready to go. Daryl Rummold has more.
Jordan Meehan is just one day away from the biggest fight of his career. He's waited, trained for, and dreamed of his UFC debut since the day he stepped into an octagon. Now he'll get it at UFC 158 in Montreal.
There's definitely some nerves and some pressure and all that, but that's what comes with the fight game, and that's what makes winning so much better. You know, overcoming all of that and then getting the win. You know, it's just a good accomplishment.
Left after left, and that's it!
At 23, Meehan carries his 2-1 record from Strikeforce Pro MMA into battle against UFC vet Dan Miller, who's 1-0 on the welterweight division, but 3-6 all time.
I definitely feel the most ready I've ever been, and it's on the biggest stage of my career, so I'm super excited.
The UFC is in the midst of a major fighter purge. President Dana White has stated that the organization will need to cut up to 100 fighters over the next few months, which makes each fight critical to contestants, especially those like Jordan Meehan, whose careers are in their infancy. But Meehan says neither that, the high energy of the Bell Center, nor the Vegas odds, which currently pit Miller as an overwhelming favorite, will serve as a distraction. They'll be motivators to prove what he's said all along, that he belongs in the UFC.
Your task at hand is beating, you know, for me, Dan Miller. So just staying focused on him and blocking out all those thoughts and just going to work. I don't know how I win, but I see my hand being raised at the end and Bruce Buffer yelling at me and saying my name.
Meehan is the third fighter from Lethbridge to make it all the way to the UFC. Many would argue he's the most talented, and on Saturday night, he'll have a chance to prove it. Daryl Rummold, CTV Sports, Lethbridge.
And UFC 158 will be live on pay-per-view tomorrow evening from La Belle Province.